we're going to talk about the area of a circle. And with area, again, we're going to be using the radius of the circle, but area is everything inside the circle. So now we're not just talking about the outside, we're talking about the entire insides. So with this, our formula is area equals pi r squared. So area equals pi times our radius of 12 squared. Plug that straight into my calculator. I get 452.39 inches squared. Same thing with this one. Area equals pi times our radius of 14 squared, which will give me 615.75 kilometers squared. All right, let's look at two more. So in this one, we have a diameter, so all the way across, so we need half of that. So again, I'm going to take 30.2, divide it by 2, which will give me 15.1. So we have area equals pi times 15.1 squared, which ends up being 716.31 centimeters squared. Same thing with this one. We have the entire diameter. So we take 16.8, divide it by 2, which gives us 8.4. Area equals pi times 8.4 squared, which ends up being 221.67 centimeters squared. All right. Now let's look at some different ones. Now these ones just tell you what the radius is, but it is the exact same formula. So pi times 2.6 squared. Plug it in my calculator, I get 21.24 inches squared. And this one, area equals pi times my radius of 34.1 squared. You see how it's the same thing. Same thing over and over and over. With all of these, we're just going to be repeating the same thing again and again and again. So go ahead and try these ones on your own. So we're going to be still using the same area of a circle formula. We have area equals pi times my radius of 8 squared. You should have gotten 201.06 miles squared. In this one, we have area equals pi times 8.3 squared, which ends up being 216.42 yards squared. Let's look at the next ones. So in this one, we have the entire diameter. So when we have a diameter, we have to remember to divide by 2, which that means our radius is 13. So area equals pi times 13 squared, which ends up being 530.93 centimeters squared. Same thing in this case, 20 divided by 2 is 10. So our area equals pi times 10 squared, which is 314.16 yards squared. All right, last two examples. So again, area equals pi times 13.2 squared, which is 547.39 kilometers squared. And this one, area equals pi times 29.9 squared, which is 808.62 kilometers squared. And that'll finish us out with area of a circle.